go yesterday. I said, when you go for the G-Shot.
So I am going to mute everyone and going to start with the session. Dr. Naren, please unmute yourself. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to gentle yoga or palliative yoga. Palliative yoga can have therapeutic effect, but it is primarily a preventive medicine. This type of yoga is designed for stress reduction, and this is done by doing physical exercises with breathing, mantras, and other meditative practices. It is designed to increase the energy of communication in the body systems. It stimulates better immune system and body's repair mechanism. One feels better and minor issues can get resolved. Yoga brings good health of mind and body, inner awareness, and a sense of cosmic connection. Regular disciplined practice is the key. So if you miss a day, use the video recording. Yoga is not a physical exercise and it's not a religious practice either. This type of gentle yoga can be done sitting on a chair or on the floor. If you have to keep your spine straight at all times, if you need to, please take support for your back from the chair or from the wall. Do these practices gently, smoothly, and without jerks. The slower is better. Visualize the part of body being exercised for maximum benefit. Follow instructions to avoid adverse reactions. There should be no strain and should be done within one's own capacity. Make sure the breathing is slow and smooth. If anything causes pain or discomfort, please stop immediately, avoid the practice, or seek clarification. If you have any questions regarding personal problem, this is not the forum to ask. Please send an email to the email address provided in the reminder email. But remember, liability is entirely yours. Thank you.
We begin with 3 ohms as usual. Let's take a deep breath in. So we will begin with chakra vibrations as usual. So bring your awareness to the perineum. Are there anybody new today? If so, please raise your hand or speak up. Well, I don't see anybody new today, so that is good. So all of you know where the perineum is. So
somebody just joined named Kinshuk Gupta.
Oh, Kinshuk Gupta is new. Okay. So the perineum is the point in between the anus and the genital area. And here, focusing there, we do the mantra Lam. And we keep the mudra where the little finger pressed against the thumb. And as we say the mantra vocally, we squeeze at the perineum. So take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Lam. Last time. Lam. Now we bring our awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and this is the point behind where we urinate, and there we use the ring finger to press against the thumb, and as we do the mantra Vam, we try to gently squeeze from front to back in that area. Take a deep breath in. Vam. 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 Release your mudra and continue. Vam. Vam. Last time. Vam. Now bring the awareness behind the navel, and here we do the mantra Ram. So as you draw into the navel, we use the middle finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Ram. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Ram. 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 Okay, now we bring our awareness in between the breasts in the middle of the body, and we do the sound Yam, and we have the index finger pressed against the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Yam. 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 Yum. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Yum. Last time. Yum. Now we'll go to the throat. Manuja, can you see the vibration, how they are clearing out to the head for the whole group?
I'm actually having some bandwidth problems, Dr. Narayanan. So my camera is going on and off.
No problem.
Okay.
But you're able to sense the whole group? The vibration, how it is clearing up? Very good. So continue watching. At the throat with the thumbs up, we are going to do the mantra hum. Take a deep breath in. Hum. Hum. Release the mudra. Hum. It's cleared. You could see how easy this was, right? Manuja, right. Now in the middle of the head, we can do the mantra chum. So here again, thumbs up, take a deep breath in. Chum. Chum. Release the mudra. Chum. Now, top of the head Om, we do with this mudra, the thumbs up. Om. 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 Release the mudra and continue. Now we will go on to our happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. Take a deep breath. And now, those of you who are familiar with it, please carry on. And those of you who are new, you can close your eyes and keep the eyes closed all the time and observe your throat. Keep the focus on your throat all the time with your eyes closed. And now it feels normal. Now make a big smile and observe how the throat, you feel a slight stretch there. Focusing on the stretch, inhale and exhale slowly in a way where you feel the air rubbing in the throat. So close your eyes. And when you do this, I will show you how my breath flows. You need not be as slow as I am. You can be as slow or fast as you need to be. So I will go. That was exhalation. That was inhalation. That was exhalation. You continue whatever is right for you. Those of you whose pictures are not, I cannot see, video, I cannot tell you whether you're doing it right. So if you want to be checked, you should have your video on. Okay, now we go on to the mantra where we visualize a string or a line from the sternum through the top of the head, and we visualize the vibration flowing Hai Mem Hai Mem Hai Mem So we don't say this mantra vocally, we just feel it in the mind. We visualize it running there. So please carry on. So Sumti Kumar, you can put in your question in the chat box. So Surinderji, now you can start your Haim. Yes, continue. Sumati Kumar, you can do a quiet mantra in your head for about 3-4 minutes. And that mantra is Ka Rom, Ka Rom, Ka Rom. Silently, don't focus anywhere. Just mentally do the mantra for 5 minutes. It'll become okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Continue doing. Okay. The rest of us can move on to our spinal alignment exercise, starting with the neck exercise. As you exhale, bring your ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder. Inhale, come back, and continue. Nivedita, don't do too much. Lean only a little bit. Go like that. So Hema, for your question in the mantra, the mantras have no correlation with breath. You forget the breath and do it just visualization without the breath. Okay, that's good. Now, as you exhale, turn your head and look over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn over the other shoulder, and inhale, come back, and continue. In all your motions, follow the breath. And when the breath pauses, you also pause. When you completely exhale, if there is a natural pause in the breath of like half a second or 1 second, just pause for that time. When you inhale and you come to the middle, if there is a half a second pause, just pause in the middle and continue the exhalation on the other side.
How come आवाज नहीं आती?
Okay. Now as you inhale, take the head back and exhale, chin towards the chest.
बोले जब जाना दादी.
So Nivedita, again, don't stretch it too much when you come down or up. Renu, you're trying to unmute yourself and create a noise here. And you keep doing it. I think you're trying to turn on your camera. So see the difference in the icons. Now, as you exhale, bring your chin to the chest, and then we do a 360-degree rotation. Half a circle inhale and the other half exhale, and continue in one direction. Okay. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Okay. Now let's go on to the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down, and continue. Okay. Now, let's do the hand exercises. Inhale, lift up the palms, making it perpendicular to the forearm, and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and downward facing fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. Now let's rotate around. Inhale and exhale. Continue. Inhale and exhale. Third breath. Fourth breath. Fifth. 6. Let's go opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Continue. 2. Keep the hands loose. You're turning around the wrist, but at the same time, you're letting every part of the palm, the elbows, everything move. 5 and 6. Now let's go backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now interlock the fingers, bring it behind your head, and make sure the elbows are in line with your shoulders, and make sure the head doesn't come forward. Keep the head straight. Exhale, turn 1, inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the other way, inhale, come back. Continue. Third breath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very nice. Now bring the hands down and bring your hands behind your back and get hold of your opposite elbows or wherever you can reach. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, turn to one side, inhale, come back. To the other side, inhale, come back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Now get your hands down behind your hip, just above your hips, with the hands facing downward. So you can see it like this, you're holding. And again, and what we do is, when we press in one hand, we will go backward, but because we are pressing, it will lean slightly off center. You're not going like this, okay? You're going straight, but slight, because you're pressing on one side, it will lean that way. Don't lean too much, okay? So let's go. But this way here, when we inhale, we go back, unlike exhaling like for other exercises, okay? So as you inhale, push and go back. Exhale, come back. Inhale, push and go back. Exhale, come back. Continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Venkatesh Prasad, we are going backward. 10, 11, 12. That's good. Now we'll bring our hands across the opposite knee. So Okay. So if you're sitting on the floor, you can go this way, exhale, and exhale the other way. Now, if you're sitting on the chair, then you can cross the knee over and go this way or that way. Okay, so let's begin. Take a deep breath in, exhale, 1, inhale, come back, 2, come back, 3, come back, 4, come back, 5, come back, 6, come back, 7, come back, 8, come back, 9, come back, 10, come back, 11, come back, 12, come back. Okay. So now we can go on to the cycling exercise. So you can do it one of many ways. If you're sitting, inhale, lift up your leg, exhale, stretch and bring it down. Start with one leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Now, let's go on to our deep breathing, Bhastrika Pranayam. Manuja, you want to lead or do you want me to lead?
Sure, I can read.
Okay, go ahead.
So there are 2 ways to do Bhastrika. So for those who are comfortable, you can keep the palms on your abdominal area. And as you inhale, feel the abdominal area come out, the chest and the shoulder expand. And as you exhale, feel the abdominal area, the chest and the shoulder collapse. The second way is you could keep elbows aligned to shoulders and palms closed. As we inhale, gently lift up the elbows, open up your palms and stretch your chest and shoulder back. And as you exhale, close the fists and bring them all down as the abdominal area goes in. We will do 20 counts and exhalation will be a little longer than inhalation. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Relax. Keep your eyes closed and observe any sensations in your head. As the sensations subside, we'll go for another round. Ready? 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. 20. And exhale. Relax. Keep your eyes closed and observe the sensations of your body.
When the sensations are fully subsided, at least from the head, maybe there is still in the neck or lower down, then you can mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. You can keep both your hands upward facing one over the other with the thumb touching in the meditation mudra. If you have a personal mantra, you can use it. If you don't have a personal mantra, you can watch your breath and listen to the Om in the background. Mentally tell yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, lift up your hands and bring it 6 inches in front of your eyes and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So it is 6:30 West Coast time and 7 a.m. India time. So we have the next half hour available for any questions you may have. So first question, Sumati Kumar, you felt the head clear up with that car home?
Very much. I feel better.
Very nice. And Nivedita, you are okay today?
Yeah, much better. I just have a question. Why do I get this post-nasal drip, and I do feel a little heavy many times. Then it clears, but it goes on and off.
Okay. The thing is, post-nasal drip, you have it all the time?
Not really. Not really. But
Okay.
sometimes I feel while doing the exercises, and I feel there is a light headache comes, it goes. It comes, it goes, and then it clears. But that feeling is there.
Is it related to specific seasons more often?
Not really. I could get it anytime.
I see. So you see, the sinus flowing is a sign of, some reaction to something. Okay. And like, for example, what happens is, if you're in the middle of a thought and if you drink something hot, you will cough a little and the sinuses will get affected. So it is, so it in so many different ways, allergies and all of that, they affect. But in your case, that neck exercise, be very gentle and you'll be fine. Okay, any questions from anyone?
Dr. Rajan, this is Amrita. I have a question.
I have to see your face. I've been longing to see your face.
Okay, I will turn on my video.
Oh, thank you so much. इसी बहुत दिन के बाद आप दर्शन दिए हैं. नमस्कार.
So I have a question for you.
हाँ.
You made a comment to Manuja about feeling the vibrations while we were practicing the chakra balancing. So I wanted a little more insight. How is that possible?
Where are you based? Where are you from? Which city are you in?
Phoenix, Chandler.
Oh, Chandler. Okay. So that's good. The thing is, you see, The yogic understanding is we all have a little wireless modem inside us, a little transmitter. And some of us have the ability to receive and perceive perceptions. And so she has the ability, you also have that. Okay, and the other person who has it over here is Vijaya. And so the thing is, you see, anybody who has that perceptive ability, they can be more empathetic. You know, empathy means is to sense. You know, Kinshuk Gupta, before you go, please introduce yourself. You're new. Kinshuk, you want to speak up? Is he gone? Yes, he's here. Okay, anyway, so it is what is called the ability to empathize. You see, empathize means you can sense other people. Okay, so that is what it is. You can also feel it, right? Yeah, everybody cannot. This is what we call as a siddhi in the Atmanadi. In the Atmanadi, there are 3 types of abilities to sense. One is that ability to empathize, the sense, the feeling. The second element is ability to understand what they mean. And the third is to project intent. And if you have ability to project intent, then you become like some of these very famous people whom you say they are very charismatic, right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Was that enough for you?
For today, yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
if people have all the 3 siddhis together, is there a possibility?
What all what?
All the 3 siddhis.
Yes, of course. People have that ability. In fact, your nephew's wife has that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Chandrasekhar Kannan, can you please unmute yourself and ask the question?
Yeah. Dr. Rajan,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when I do the Bastrika at the pace in which whoever is demonstrating is, does that at times my throat dries up and then I get a sensation of coughing. So do I do it at my own pace or do I do it the count
Do it
wise?
at your own pace.
Okay. Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
So Hema's son, want to introduce yourself?
What do I say? My name is Shashank.
Uh-huh.
What else do I say? I'm confused.
Is this
Oh,
your
I'm
first
from-
day?
No, it's not my first day. It's like my third day. Yeah.
Is this a zone of enjoyment or a zone of punishment?
It's not a zone. It's not really a zone of either. Really. It's not like I completely enjoy it, but it's not a punishment either.
Okay. So what makes you come here?
My mom was suggesting that my mom showed me this yoga thing to make me sit erect.
Okay.
So that's how I started doing this.
Uh-huh. Okay. You see what you can practice. What you can practice doing is, when you're lying down, try to keep a small pillow in the lumbar area, just above your hip, and lie down like that. Actually, where do you bend the most? Is it in the neck shoulder area or over here? Do you go like this?
It's right here, like next shoulder. Yeah, shoulder.
Shoulder. Okay. Then what you can do is, place your pillow right in the mid back or slightly low back, and then just sleep like this. Slowly, it will help you to, straighten up, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, try that.
Do I have to put a pillow in like the neck area or like head?
No, I'm telling you, put a pillow. No need of no pillow for the neck.
Oh,
Your
okay.
pillow is for your back.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions?
Dr.
Dr. Rajan.
This is Uma.
Yes.
What are the impact of what do I say? It's not necessarily gossip, but just random conversations we have with people every day, right? With our family, our friends. How does that impact our spiritual growth? And what should we watch out for?
See, what happens is as you become more aware of your purpose in life, anything that doesn't concern you, you go away from. So what happens is people will tell you stuff and you don't react to it. Often when people are looking for a conversation, they will tell you stuff about how the world is going, how somebody else is doing what or whatever. And once you don't respond, after a while, they give up. They don't talk to you anymore. And so the thing is basically that takes care of it. And your inner sense will guide you. How does it matter? You just keep quiet. And they if it is somebody who is, very, like I have a nephew, my sister's son. And this fellow, if he finds something is going in a different direction, he will very quietly, walk away. And, where are you going? He'll say, I'm finished. And he'll go away. And so that takes care of it. So your inner sense will guide you. The less you react, people cannot draw you in. Yeah, and anything that is not your purpose has no point reacting to it.
Thank you, Dr. Narayanan.
You're welcome.
Yep. Dr. Narayanan, I have a question.
Yes.
Whenever I'm doing the Bhastrika, say the inhalation, exhalation. So my exhalation is little less. So I am trying to push my exhalation to little more. Is that okay?
You can do a little bit more provided you don't create strain for yourself. Strain is a bad idea.
Yes, yeah, definitely I agree. So I am not at the same time, I am taking, say where it is not strain, but it is little more, I would say maybe 10% or 15% than whatever I'm exhaling. So if I'm exhaling for 5 seconds, I'm pushing it for 6 to 7 seconds. So that's what at least I've been doing for last couple of sessions. And I am experiencing, the sensation on my head much more than whatever it used to be.
That is fine. If you sense it more, that is good for you. Now, Joel, you had sent a question to Anush. Did she give you the answer on that Buddhism and yoga?
I wanted to find out if it was compatible.
You see, the history of yoga essentially goes as follows. You see, in every human civilization, there is inquiry. Actually, every individual has an inquiry. You see, when you're young, you think a little bit less, but as the hair grays a little bit, and you see that people whom you knew who are older to you are all popping off, then at that time you begin to wonder, what is life all about? You're next in line, right? So then you start wondering, what is the meaning of life? People are born, people die. And so these questions result in an inquiry. And that inquiry, when there is purification in the system, it results in activation of the wireless modem, that transmitter within us, and we imbibe cosmic knowledge. And this is what is, in the concept of communion with God is really, that is what is the yogic process. Now, what happened is the developmental process of thought in Indian system were through 5 philosophies before the 6th came. The first one chronologically is called the Sankhya philosophy. The Sankhya philosophy is a non-theistic philosophy. It doesn't have any place for God. So everything is about matter, the smallest matter particle. And then the Sankhya philosophy, after that came 3 others, actually 4 others. And 5th in line was yoga, the yoga philosophy that is expressed in the Yoga Sutras. The Yoga Sutras is a theistic philosophy. And then thereafter came the Vyasa, who came and compiled the Vedas and wrote the Vedanta philosophy in the Brahma Sutras. So what happened was, the yoga philosophy is essentially theistic, and the Sankhya philosophy is essentially non-theistic. Now, all of these go back more than 5,000 years old, whereas the coming of Buddha is somewhere around 500 something BC, right? And so going back about somewhere like 3,000 years back or so, there were people who were bringing together both the Sankhya philosophy and the yoga philosophy. The yoga philosophy has a lot of observational practices associated with it. Whereas on the other hand, the Sankhya philosophy is only concepts. There are no practice associated with it, okay? So what happened is, the Sankhya and yoga philosophies were taken together, and a new philosophy was created called the Sankhya Yoga philosophy. So it is neither fully Sankhya nor is it fully yoga, but you have taken concepts related to the matter and existence, and you have taken the practice and observational approach of yoga together. So Buddhism is a non-theistic philosophy. It's not an atheistic philosophy. There's a difference between atheistic and non-theistic philosophy. So, but in a non-theistic philosophy, they don't discuss the place of God, okay? But they don't deny God. So so that way, Buddhism places the role of yoga practices based upon the Sankhya yoga philosophy, which is distinct and different from the yoga philosophy. Does that answer your question? You have to unmute yourself.
I just wanted to know if, let's say, a Buddhist wanted to study yoga, would that be contradictory, or it's a compatible? They wouldn't find anything wrong with studying?
No, they wouldn't. Actually, yoga practices are equal in Buddhism as well as, the Hindu side. There is no difference. Practices are the same. Whereas the philosophy might have slightly tweaked differences, which is a different matter.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
There's a question from Chandrasekhar Kannan. Please, can you check in your chat box?
Oh,
in
it's in the chat box. Okay. Yes. Actually, the easiest way is to start regular practices where what will happen is, 1 second. Okay. See, what happens is there are a number of different ways in which to reduce the chatter of the mind, right? So one of the best ways, are you familiar with Vipassana meditation?
No, Dr. Raju.
You're not. Okay. Vipassana meditation is one approach where you start by watching the breath and flow within. But even better approach is mantra-based meditation. Now, if you would like to do a mantra-based meditation practice on a daily basis in the morning and evening, you can do for 20 minutes. Do you want to do such a practice?
Yes, very much, Dr. Raju.
Okay. Your mantra is rhyme.
Rhyme.
Rhyme. So just
Okay.
use the mantra, close your eyes. We still have 10 minutes to go. Let's see what happens to you. You can mute yourself and turn off the, also turn off your speaker so you don't hear what we are saying, and just quietly do rhyme. And after 10 minutes, we'll see how you're doing.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Go ahead. Manuja, you have a mantra?
No, no, Dr. Narayan.
You can use the mantra Aim.
I'm okay. Thank you.
And you'll find you'll get nice meditative connectivity from that. See, in these practices, when you do, it is normal for thoughts to come, okay? But when the thoughts come and you become aware that the mind has drifted to the thought, you go back to the mantra again. And if you train yourself like this, over a period of a few weeks, automatically you'll find thoughts are going away. The moment you think of the mantra, you can immediately get into it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Dr. Narayanan, is each person, they'll have their own mantra, or can we use a mantra that will help us all?
No, each person has their own mantra. It is the equal and opposite vibration of their composite vibration of their karma, kleshas, vasanas, all of them put together. That's why it's a personal mantra.
Got it. Maybe I'll email you for mine.
There was a question, Dr. Narayanan. It's not my question, but Kaushik and I were discussing 2-3 days ago, and he asked if I could ask you.
Yes.
So we all have a body due to our karmas, past karmas. So the first body itself was a result of the karma. So it's like a chicken and egg, like what came?
No. The first body of creation is not a result of karma.
It's ignorance, right? I mean,
no.
Or
Actually, let me explain. This is why once we go through the Yoga Sutras, which we will do soon, when we start the Yoga Sutras, it will become apparent to you. Yoga Sutra clearly explains the first creation is the will of God. And in the first creation, the will of God, when the creation takes place, the creation, the first creation is called Prakriti. The first composite creation. And what is Prakriti? It is energy, but not stupid energy like, like plugging your instrument into electricity that is coming, but it is programmed energy, right? So that programmed energy, and as you know, energy and matter are two sides of the same coin, right? E is equal to mc squared. So what happened is the first program expresses itself as many, many small programs. So effectively, all of the cosmos, it is a distributed computing system with a master server into which we are all connected, right? And each one of us playing a role makes the whole world go around. Actually, the whole cosmos go around. So the first creation is the will of God. Okay? And actually, we have to be a little careful the way it is expressed is the first creation is because of asmita of God. Asmita means, this very interesting. In Kashmir Shaivism, there is a very interesting way they put it. They look upon God as like an artist, okay? When an artist creates something, it is like their expression, right? And so in Kashmir Shaivism, they say all of creation is like God going in front of the mirror to see himself or herself. Okay? So the first creation that is created is, in the Yoga Sutra, there is a difference between two terms. The term called klesha and the term called karma. And separate from that is the concept of vasana. Okay? So what happens is, klesha is the original sin of Christianity. Okay? So what happens is, klesha means, the literal meaning of klesha, as you know, means impurity. But of course, when we understand it, it is simply the initial program. So with initial program, the first creation we come. And in that initial program, what are the components of it? There are, Yoga Sutra is very careful in parsing out components. Yoga Sutra says there are 5 components, whereas Vedanta distills the 5 into 3. So it can distill so the 5 kleshas in the Yoga Sutras are raga and dvesha. That means aversions and attractions. And aversions and attractions in Vedanta, it is called the mind. Mind is always judging, like it, don't like it, you're always categorizing things. The next is the concept of doership versus a person who experiences, me the experiencer and me the doer. So those are 2 sides of the ego. In Vedanta, they call it as ahankara or ego, whereas in Yoga Sutra, it is split. One is me the experiencer called asmita, and the me the doer is called abhinivesha. And then the last of it is avidya. And Patanjali Muni says the avidya is lack of understanding what the nature of existence is. He says it is the lack of understanding of what the nature of existence is, that is what propels the other 4 programs. The 4 programs of me the experiencer, me the doer, me the person who likes this, and me the person who doesn't like that. That is what creates reactivity in the system. And reactivity creates new karma. Okay? So what happens is, in the Buddhist philosophy, there is no clear answer as to how the first creation came. Because you see, a logical question to ask is, if your mind and your reaction is what is creating more lifetimes, then the first question is, whack yourself in the head. How was I stupid in the first place to get myself into the first lifetime, right? And so it is, you didn't create it. That's a part of the original creation of God. Does that answer the question?
Yes, it does. So in a nutshell, the first creation is basically an expression of the Lord, of Ishvara, and it's the first program that we are all born with. And then what we do with that program is what creates karma and then bodies. Is that
exactly?
Okay. Thank you so much.
And by the way, the term vasana is slightly different from karma, but actually it is closely, vasana is a type of karma. You see, karma is reactivity, okay? But vasana is leanings. Like for example, if in your one lifetime, you were greatly attracted to music and you were fully involved in music, then the next lifetime you're gravitating towards music. Think of the child prodigies who come with a lot of musical this thing, right? So that is what is called a vasana. It is not called a karma as a reactivity, but it is a type of reactivity, affinity, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
So Whenever I get into an argument with somebody, whether it be a friend or somebody, I tend to get frustrated, and I have to go sit in a corner or somewhere to calm myself down. Is there
Yes.
any way I can control that?
Sure. Think yourself, what is the outcome of the argument? Does it make you rich or poorer?
It would make me poorer, and it would just make me waste my energy.
Exactly. So what's the point of dealing with it?
I don't know, but sometimes it just I just can't control getting frustrated because of some.
I know what you mean. Anytime you have a sense of expectation, what happens? If you have an argument with someone, you have a sense of, if you lose the argument, you feel like you kind of, people are looking at you as somebody who is not as bright as the other person, right? Or if you find that the other person was only speaking louder than you, and you cannot match the same level in a shouting match with that person, then you feel like you have lost, right? So the thing is, you see, what happens is you have to kind of give up and say, who cares? I don't care what others think of me, right? And the moment you say, who cares, you're able to walk away and not be affected.
I'll try that.
Yes.
Next time. Oh, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So any case, our time is up. So we will catch up tomorrow. Okay. Namaste all. See you tomorrow. Bye.